Meteorologist Mike Griffith for East Coast Weather Association with your May landscaping services forecast. Outlook for Friday, May 12th, 2017. Well, we have a disturbance here. It's moving across the lower central part of the country into Texas, and this is going to serve as a piece of energy for our East Coast storm here this coming weekend. So we're looking at lots of showers and maybe even some thunderstorms here across D.C. and even into Philly as we go into the day on Friday. Their chance of rain is definitely there anywhere, especially from D.C. Through later in the day. We'll start affecting Philly here. So then lots of rain moves across the southern part of the United States here, and this disturbance gets ramping up and gets strong. Here's a northern piece of energy. It's going to combine with the southern branch of energy. That's going to cause a coastal low right here off the Jersey coast, and it's going to affect the coastal New England areas the most. Hardest hit areas will be all the way from Maine down to New York City, with a lot of high winds and rain and some rough surf, some beach erosion as well. Showers and thunderstorms all the way down into Florida as we go into Saturday as the system gets ramping up. Atlanta not staying dry. Charlotte and the Carolinas. Early in the day, we're going to start to see our showers and thunderstorms there. But then as the day progresses on Saturday, we expect to see things dry out here a lot across the Carolinas and across the coastal areas too, including Wilmington down to Charleston and up to Norfolk area. This is really going to be more like a Gulf of Maine nor'easter here. This is going to be the slice of energy that takes shape over the just off the Jersey coast. So they're going to see some impacts from this, but it's going to be really up into New England is where we're going to see the biggest impacts from this storm system. And that system pretty much decides it's going to hang out there for a little bit on Monday. And then after Monday, it's deciding it's probably going to take a hike, and it's just going to move off into the Canadian Maritimes. And then by Wednesday, this next week, we're going to warm up here in the east, and we're going to return to the 80s and more of a May spring type feel, late spring type feel to the temperatures outside. So it's not going to be scorching hot or anything unusual. It's just going to be seasonably warm here across much of the east, and temperatures maybe in the mid 80s from Atlanta up through even D.C. areas. Lower 80s in the Philly, nothing to really to write home about. Out west, they're getting pounded again with another disturbance out there. A strong storm moves into California. You're going to be seeing that in the news next week as they're going to be returning to their normal landslides and mudslides and rain out there in California. It's a big deal for them. Showers and thunderstorms returning to the Carolinas late next week as we heat up and the air becomes unstable and humid. So not a big surprise there because that's normal for this time of year. Same thing for Virginia, as this is going to be a gradual warm up here in the East Coast. Showers and thunderstorms return to much of the east as we remain unsettled with another little small wave of energy moving eastward as we go into later next week. And it's just like the showers and thunderstorms will return with the moist airflow, especially the southern branch of the jet stream remaining strong. We can expect to see unsettled weather here with lots of showers and thunderstorms, some even severe during the late afternoon hours across the Carolinas and even up into Pennsylvania as the air is unstable as we return to more seasonable temperatures in the 80s and the humidity returns across the southeast. Meteorologist Mike Griffith for your outlook for May 12th, 2017. It's Friday, everybody. Have a good one.